Welcome back to day 6 of the Masters 3 Berlin recap videos. Now, if you want to go in spoiler free, check out the G2 versus Sentinels game. It was a doozy. You'll never guess what's going to happen. If you were on Twitter, you're probably going to guess what happened. But let's get into the matches. We had 3 matches today. Starting off with, honestly, a pretty interesting match. It was Paper Rex versus Supermassive Blaze from the Death Pool. Now, the loser of this match is out of the tournament, and the winner has to go play Ascend, the best European team. Now, going in, it seemed like Supermassive Blaze were the heavy favorites going in, but Paper Rex put up a pretty bang-up job. In map 1, they had bringing it up to overtime and won 14-12. Their 2 main carries of Forsaken and Benkai weren't on the top of the leaderboards. It was their other players, which means that if they were to continue this same style of play, we could see them actually beat Supermassive Blaze, the number 2 seed out of EU. Now again, EU has had a rough week so far, losing time after time, with NA taking the top 2 spots, but they ended up closing it out with some of the players like Pora going absolutely crazy, bringing it back. And even as Forsaken and Benkai started coming out in the later matches, it wasn't enough, and Supermassive Blaze took it 2-1. Again, Supermassive Blaze will go on to play Ascend to see who will get into the closed bracket. Now, the second match of the day was the match that everyone was looking forward to. It was the rematch of G2 versus Sentinels. Now, we saw Sentinels take it last time, but G2 is the first team in any LAN to take a map from the Sentinels. So honestly, pretty impressive stuff. I was thinking maybe G2 could take it in a 2-1 fashion because they've already played it and they've had time to just lab out the Sentinels matchup. But I couldn't have expected a clean sweep 2-0. Sentinels only took 3 maps on Icebox, and the Sentinels have a great Icebox match. It was looking a little worrying. TENS was struggling a little bit. Zoms really struggled. And in the second map, it looked like it was going somewhere, but ended up falling flat. TENS not doing the greatest in the middle of the pack, and G2 just looking on point. Keloqz was really good with the op, and there's one round I remember where Zoms had the choice to save the op, and he ended up staying, and they took the op from him, and Keloqz got a 4K immediately afterwards. It was these small things that added up that led to the Sentinels' defeat. And because they lost in a 2-0 fashion, the Sentinels actually don't get the top seed. G2 actually take that top seed from them, meaning that the top seeds of the tournament are Vision Strikers, the homies, and the 2 NA teams, Envy, 100 Thieves, and then G2. Sentinels has made it to the bracket, but are in the lower bracket. It's damn unfortunate to see the winners of last year's tournament be relegated to the 2nd seed, but doesn't mean they're out of the tournament. And Sentinels is surprisingly known to actually lose some of these seeding matches when the matches don't matter that much. They lost to Built by Gamers, they've lost to Andbox, they've lost to Xed, but they always come back and beat them in the end. So it's not over for Sentinels yet, so we'll see how they do. The final match of the day was VIVO versus Crew, and I was expecting a lot more from this match. VIVO has been looking super strong this whole week. Especially Heat has been absolutely crazy. But Heat didn't have the fire today. And Crew, very level-headed, played out the game. All games were close, 13-11, 13-11, but both for Crew. Now, that's not saying that Crew is any bad. Crew is actually a very, very strong team. Crew has made it to the previous international tournament. I think that has really helped with their gameplay. While they aren't competing for the top spot, I think they can do well against their opponents tomorrow, or whenever they play them next. Tomorrow is the final day to see who is getting into the bracket. We have 3 matches, but only 2 of them really matter. The first one is by far going to be the best match of the day, the must-watch match. This is the rematch of Ascend versus Supermassive Blaze. We saw them play earlier in the tournament already. Ascend took it 2-0. Supermassive Blaze looked to struggle, but now that they've made it through that loser's bracket, maybe they'll do a little better this time. I'm hoping to see a more interesting match, especially because I feel like they're now fighting for their tournament life to see who will get to play. This will be the match to watch. It's also at like 9 o'clock or 6 o'clock if you're at PST, so fuck. Then we have another rematch. I'm realizing now that literally all these matches are just rematches from previous in the tournament, but we saw Gambit and Crazy Raccoons play each other, and it looked rough for Crazy Raccoons, but maybe they can do better the second time. It was 13-1, 13-1 the first time. They're now playing to see who will get into the bracket. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's gonna be Gambit. They've been looking really good. They did lose to 100 Thieves, but still, we'll see. Final match of the tournament. Again, this one's not really for seeding because both teams have already had their place. That is Sentinels and F4Q. This is our last chance to see F4Q on the international stage before going to the LQC. And I'm not sure if you saw my post that I made about the day 5, the day before. I was unable to make it. And a post from 5K, he talks about why they lost to G2 so convincingly the second time they played, how 5K as an individual and how the team wants to continue to expand their map pool, expand their agent pool, and work more on opping, which I think will help them a lot into going to the LQC. They have a very positive mindset, so this won't be the last time we see them. If you want to see Bunny versus TENS one more time, check out this match. Player of the day, I'm gonna have to give it to Keloqz. Keloqz looked so incredibly strong all day. That's what really led to G2's dominance in that matchup. He was beating so many people, winning in terms of the first kill, first deaths. He played super strong that whole time. And honestly, props to them. Props to all of G2 for playing so well and taking that match over the Sentinels, the first international team to do it. Now, one thing about G2 beating Sentinels is that there is going to be a lot of online commentary. When Sentinels first beat G2, NA fans were getting a little annoying and EU fans were annoyed. Now that EU has it, but I'll give it this. G2 has made some good tweets this past day. But my tweet of the day goes to this guy, because he just made a very good video.
You ready? Let's go.
Anyways, thank you for watching. This was a little shorter than normal, but I'm super excited for tomorrow's match of Ascend versus Supermassive Blaze. We'll see how that goes. If you want to get more content like this and more discussion content in the future, subscribe. It's free. You get a video in your inbox every once in a while. It doesn't sound that bad. You can also follow me on Twitter for more news, and you can join my Discord if you want to come join, do some watch parties, talk about the game. We're always in there just discussing about what the scene's doing, what the new news is. It's a pretty great time. Anyways, have a good one. Peace.